Well, howdy folks. We were asked to do a relatively simple job here. We was asked to make these 4 parts. So there's 2 of these, 1 of these, 2 of those, and 2 of these. So what I went ahead and did is got everything cut to rough to size in the bandsaw. So actually it's these 2 pieces here, and there's those 2. Here's the other one over here, and then here's the 2 chunks of bar. So if you look at the drawing here, it's relatively simple. We just, like I said, we have to finish them the size, so we'll go ahead and get them chucked in, and we'll cut them all to what their sizes they're supposed to be. These we're going to do a little bit later since it's going to be a little bit of mill work. But these all get tapped 3/8/16 on this end. These 2 have 1/4 tapped in that end, and then this just has a nub on it. And since it's a 1-inch round stock, we don't have to do anything to the exterior of these. So that's why I said it's relatively simple job. We're just going to chuck them in, cut them to size, cut the nub on it, tap them, and they're going to be done. Then we'll start working on these in the mill. So let's go over to the lathe and get started. But real quick, here's the 2 cutters I'm going to use. This one's going to be doing all the turning. This one here is just to, chamfer the edges, break the edges a little bit. And that's it. So there's the 2 tools. So let's go over to the lathe and get started here. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and chuck one of these in. We already got our tool in there. And we're going to just face every end of one of these bars. That way it's all done. Then we'll flip them over and then we'll get them cut to size. So and that's it. That's why I said this is going to be relatively simple. Then we're just going to throw this tool in here real quick. And break the corner. That's it. So that's all we're going to do. And like I said, we're going to do that to every one of these. So hang tight. I think we're going to get a little bit smarter here. I'm just going to leave this tool in here, face it, and then chamfer it. All right, and that is one end of all of them already. So let me get my tools set up here, and then let's get these all cut to size. Okay, so what we're going to do, I was going to set everything up and put like a parallel in here, and then we could just put it in and cut them off. But, it's only 2 of one, 2 of the other, and then 1 of the other. So I think all we're going to do is we're just going to take a quick measurement, and we see it's 57 thousandths over. So what I'm going to do is set my dial indicator down here to 0. We're going to put this in. We're going to run this up, and we're going to butt the stock or the tool right up to the stock, just like that. And then we're just going to take and run in the 57 thousandths. And that should be it. So we're going to do that to all of them. So how far did we, or how close did we get? Look at that. 2 thousandths over. So that's well within tolerance. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to bring you back after I get them all cut to size, and we'll start the next process. So I think what we're going to do next is we're going to put a center drill in and drill all the ends, spot drill all the ends. Alright, so we're going to start off with a 3-inch one. Because remember, the 3.5 ones only get one end spot drilled. Alright, so this operation's pretty much done. Alright, so we're going to cut these nubs in. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I already got the tool in there. All we're going to do is take and butt that tool, or butt the workpiece right up to the tool and tighten the jaws. And then we already have our dial indicator set at 0. So let's start cutting. Alright, if I did my math right, we should have about 10 thousandths to come off. And we are there. .751, we're right there. I am going to hit it with some sandpaper quick though. All right, one done. So our 2 nubs are done. They look good. Let's start getting these drilled and tapped. Alright, so I got the drill bit already set up in here. All we're going to do now is we're going to drill all these holes, get them ready to tap. I am going to go ahead and drill them with a number 7 for the 1/4 inch. I'm going to drill them all. That way I can use this as a pilot for the 3/4 or the 5/16 bit for the 3/8 tapped holes. So let's get started. Alright, so that's all the quarters. Let's go ahead and get the 5/16 drill bit in here. Alright, I got the tap out. We're going to go ahead and try to power tap. I've always had problems with this for some reason. Especially the 1/4 inch, I'm not sure why, but I can't get these jaws tight enough to grip that tap, which might be a good thing. So we're just going to give it a shot and see how it does. And that's what happens. See, it starts spinning. But I'm not going to go ahead and finish trying to tap it here, because it's already got several threads in there, so I can pull it out and then finish hand tapping that. So I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so they're all started. If you notice his tap, it's a spiral flute tap. It is meant to pull the chips out of the hole. That's what I really like about blind holes with this tap here. And also, This is my little lathe. It's the it's a 9x20, but it's converted with a VFD, so that's kind of some of the reason why you hear the frequency running. And then it doesn't have the low end torque for some things. We was running really low RPM. It's always been that way, but it does everything else I needed to do. It'll part fine. It does a lot of that stuff perfectly fine. It just whenever I'm low speeds with tap, and it doesn't seem to have the main power there, but it is what it is. So let's get these out and finish tapping them. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the chuck still by our hand, and then run this guy in. There it's bottom. And there you go, tapped hole. So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting all these tapped, and I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like at the end here. Alright guys, you can see that all these bars here are done. They're basically standoffs, but they're all drilled and tapped. Everything measured fine. I looked, double checked on them and all. So this part of the project is done. So now we're going to start working on these two little bars here and get them done to what they're supposed to be. So let's get on it. Alright, so we're over at mill. So we're just going to get these blocks cut to size first. So we're just going to go ahead and get these guys in here. Just making sure that they're down. And got like a 5/8 end mill we're going to use. So the top side here, we're just going to skim it, and then we'll take a measurement, and then we'll cut the other side. It's supposed to be cut to 0.875. All right, let's get her turned on and touch off. So I got everything zeroed out. We're gonna drop it down maybe 10 thousandths. We're just skimming it. All right. Surface finish isn't too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and get these burrs filed off here, and then I'll be right back. All right, and you can see I got them filed off here. You always want to make sure you file them off before you put them back in, because they could sit a little bit high or kicked or something in there. So you always want to do that. So I took a quick measurement, and they're sitting at 925, and it's supposed to be 0.875. So we need 50 thousandths to come off. So we'll probably take a 40 pass and then take the other thin pass. Probably take the 40 and then measure it just to verify. But let's fire it up. I think we're going to spin the lathe up, or the mill up, a little faster too. see what it's at. Looks like we're right on the money, so like I said, we'll drop. That was a 40 cut, so let's take the 10,000s here. We're at 873, so we're 2,000 over, but it's well in tolerance. So let's get these pulled out, get this drill bit out, or the end mill out of here, and we'll get everything set up so we can drill these 2 holes and get them tapped. Alright, so I got everything here set up. So what I did is this surface and this surface of the vise is zeroed out. So I already know this is a 1/2 inch block, so all we need to do is with the digital readout step over 0.25, and then the first hole is 0.25. So we're already ready to set up, so let's drill. Next hole is 1.75 over, so plus the 2.5 gives you 2 inches. Alright, you see me put the drill bit in there. What I'm doing was checking. I'm basically using this bit as my chamfer in there, so I don't have to run it a second bit in there, or a third bit. So we can go ahead and take this out, and then it gets drilled with the number 7 drill. Alright. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Let me get a tap out and go ahead and get this tapped. We are going to power tap it in here. This don't have a problem doing that. We're just going to use a regular 2 flute. I'm hoping, looks like it will. It'll make it all the way through. So since it's the hole's open on the bottom, I'm just using this because it'll push all the shavings and everything out the bottom. All right. And the same thing. Oop, that one wants to slip on us a little bit. And that's what you're not supposed to do. I seen what the problem was, and I never even thought about it, is the bottom of the tap hit the parallel. So hopefully I can get that out, but if not, it is what it is. I'll make a new one. It's a pretty simple part to make. So just to show you, that's actually a good sign. We may be able to just grab a hold of this and keep spinning it through, just like that. Sometimes you get lucky. I mean, it sucks I broke the tap. It is what it is, but I'm glad to get it out because now I don't have to try to fight and get a tap out. And it's a clear hole. So very happy with that, so I don't have to remake that part, but I am down another tap. All right, so let's get the other one set up and we'll get it drilled and tapped. Hopefully not break the tap. All right, so I already got them swapped around. I don't know if you're curious why I've been putting the other one over here. And the main reason is sometimes your vise doesn't bite very well. If you have something over here, it only bites into here because it'll kick just a little bit. So I always put another one, the same size material on the other side, so it bites on the material evenly. So Alright, I know you're probably sitting there waiting for me to break this tap. I did have another 1/4 tap here, and I did take the parallels out, so hopefully we don't have any problems. All right, so that was a success. There was no issues with the tap. Like I said, I think that's what happened is the bottom of it hit the parallel down there, and that's what caused it to grab a hold and snap. So, all right, let me get these blocks cleaned up, and then I'll show you the final pieces. So you can see I got everything complete. We did have one failure because I wasn't thinking about it, but luckily I had another tap here, so I was able to get it finished up. You can see the blocks, they turned out rather nice. They're tapped all the way through like they're supposed to. I mean, they measure 0.875. This one's 876. So they're spot on. We didn't have to do anything to the outside of these either. The spec does call for 7/16 here. But whenever I talk to them, there's no interference or no anything that's going to hit this. So there's no reason to chop this down if we don't have to. So this is just regular 1/2 inch bar stock, and it was already 2.25 width. So these are done. And then the same thing with these, you know, they measure pretty much spot on, 2.292. I mean, it's still within spec, but 1/4 inch 20 tapped hole in this side. There's a 3/8/16 in this side, just like it called for. And the same with these. You can see they look pretty much what they're supposed to. 3/8/16 in the bottom of these, and these 1/4 20, 3/8/16, and both of these. So job well done. So thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so. So take care and catch you on the next one. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the project. It was a rather simple project, but everything turned out well. Like I said, I had that one problem with the tap. I mean, what do you do? So please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so. So until next time, take care.